Should you pick your crab mates carefully? Yes, you should. Hello, welcome to Titanium Towers Tarot, and today I will be doing another insight. Hence the introduction. Should you pick your crab mates carefully? And yes, you should. What? Where'd that come from? Alright, so have you ever heard of crabs in a bucket? Generally, what happens, if there are crabs in a bucket, some will try to flee, save themselves, right? And what generally happens is the other ones who aren't trying to flee, who stay in the bucket, who are comfortable there, bring them down. And so that is very similar to the 60-40 rule, if you've ever heard of it. It's called people like to stay in, people would like everyone to be around at 60% at their capacity, at their full capacity, right? Now, so the majority of people stay at 60%, whilst 40% of the people, it's the other 40% of the 100, right, rise above it and go farther than their limits. Because the 60% stay within their limits. The other 40 go beyond their limits. That's what I'm trying to get to. And the crabs who stay in the bucket, who don't want their crab mates to leave, will do everything in their power to bring them back into the bucket so that they stay together. It's also similar to, like I said, the 60-40 rule, where others don't want you to be better than them, but they want to be better, but then everybody keeps themselves in this kind of, this 60% medium type of thing. And whenever someone tries to get out, they bring them back in. I was thinking about that today, and how some people, well, I'm generalizing again, but most don't like their friends, their compatriots, can I say that? Their fellow members of their group to leave, because it will disrupt their flow of natural tranquility, right? And so what do? They try to bring them back in. There's also another thing that my coach talks about, but this was, I can't remember exactly what it was. I can't remember if the person who told me this was my coach, or if it was somewhere I heard it, or if it was in a show, or if it was in a video, or another reading. I'm not sure. But it's about this tale, this Greek tale, where, so there were some prisoners who were only seeing shadows of the real world, and they would create this whole story of that, the projection that they were seeing on the wall, because they were stuck and couldn't actually see behind them. I heard this from a reader, yes. And so they would create all these hit stories, and all these, like I said, all these stories due to the shadows on the wall. And then one of the inmates who was stuck looking at the shadows was able to get out, and then was able to experience the whole world that they were seeing through shadows in actuality. And so at some point he's like, I have to go back in and tell everyone else about the wonderful world that's outside of our cave, right? And so that's what he did. But then everyone thought he was crazy, because he was thinking of other things, talking of the reality that they only knew from, from the shadows on the wall. And so that's generally what happens to people who slightly see things kind of differently, who have gone through the veil, or who have discovered truths that other people don't really buy into, and we're trying to tell everyone else about those truths that will help them live a better life. But then they are like, that sounds too far-fetched. I'd rather not. I would rather stay in my bubble, be comfortable, and live like this, rather than go out of my comfort zone and exceed my current expectations. I mean, that's the gist of it, which is generally how people are, because when they get comfortable in certain situations and certain things, they would rather not move past their boundaries, right? So it all depends on you and what you are comfortable with. And one thing is for certain, there's nothing stable in life. The only stable thing is change. So the quicker you get used to change, the quicker you'll get used to the game of life, right? So, I mean, and how is this related to your intuition? All of this so that you can remember that what you should concentrate more on, not more on, but more on, is the fact that the quicker you get used to change, the quicker you get used to differences, the better the better you'll adapt to the current and ever-changing situations that is our lives, right? Which always helps, always. So, my gorgeous triple tears, that is what I have for you guys today for this video series. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. Or if you have questions, you can put them in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to answer. Alright, so with that being said, my gorgeous triple seers, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I will see you next time, okay? Tomorrow. Alright? Bye.